take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the basketball court. I mean, it's pretty surreal to watch a guy who can elevate to that level.
Now here's Randall. He's tightly guarded. There's a screen. Here's Banks. New York, no good that time either.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Here's Banks following the basket by Freak. And here is Banks. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Nails the 16-footer.
The first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here's Shake and Bake. And the shot is good. Shake and Bake's got 11.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Stripped it away. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Here's Powell. 9-point game his last outing. Outside Banks. Rebounded by Carlisle.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Shake and Bake. And again, Miami with the triple.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Now here's Shumpert. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. They get the rebound. And here's Miami. They're on a 16-5 run.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Banks. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Heat leading by 5. Here's Shake and Bake. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Shake and Bake's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
All right, let's go over to the side.
Kev, Keith Smart was just going over the plan with his team. Shake and Bake was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
All right, Doris. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Inside. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
Checking in for your Knicks, Jeff Reed.
16 seconds left to play here in the first. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Porzingis, no luck.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers.
Well, not Not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
This has been a shooting drill thus far.
Warm-up jumpers because there hasn't been much resistance.
On the court for the Heat, it's deflected. From the arc. That one's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Knocked away. And here again, the Heat in transition up the court they go.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Miami grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They were just locked, really in a zone from a team defense standpoint, and nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help. And the communication was tremendous.
And that was the key, Greg, the communication and the teamwork. You can't play good rotating defense if you're not communicating and on the same page. They were doing all of that at a high level. Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Shake and Bake. He has 23 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Now here's Banks. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Randall kicks to Banks. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Shumpert. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
We got to be more physical on defense.
Take a look at the best
They are getting to the middle of the floor.
in the NBA. The Heat in second.
This team takes smart three-point shots. That's one of the reasons, Kevin, they're amongst the league leaders in three-point percentage. They don't just hoist up crazy threes. They get quality looks from behind that arc.
Here's Shake and Bake, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
Now here's Shumpert. 5 points in the game. Banks passes to Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Both free throws good from Shake and Bake.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Banks, no good.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Knicks shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
And, guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Here's Shake and Bake, and he has 28 points for the game.
Move the ball and sticking too much.
Shoots from the corner. Powell pulls it in.